So we are going to start with lecture note 1.0. As you can see from the slides, you see lecture note 1.0. Can you follow me? Information Communication and Technology by your lecturer Mpun Godlove Mbon. That is my email address, godlovembon@gmail.com. You can see, and that's my number. So scroll down, we start with chapter 1, which is Introduction and Overview of Computing. So generally, when we talk about computing, we are talking about a computer world, and a computer world is a world that, in this our time, is difficult to function without the knowledge of the computer. That is why it is important for us to go about learning about computing. So, what is a computer? That's a question. When it comes to a computer, there are four things that you need to know. A computer, first of all, you need to know that it's an electronic device. A computer is an electronic device. After you know that it's an electronic device, you know that it takes in data as input. Takes data as input. Once it takes the data, it stores the data. After it stores the data, it processes it. After processing of the data, it does what? It will display it so that we can see it. So those are the basic things that we are supposed to know about any computer. It's an electronic device that is capable of taking data as input, stores the data, process it, and then display the result in a desired format. That's what the computer is all about. Like we can see here, you can see it takes data as input, stores the data, process the data, and convert it to useful form, generate what the output. So we have this diagram. This diagram is a sketch that shows us what the computer is all about. Takes data as input. We start from input, stores, though we cannot see store, but there's a place for stores. Then it processes the data, and then we have the output, which is displayed in a desired format. So this is the architecture. This is a simple diagram that shows the functionalities of the computer, how the computer works in general term. So that is that with the definition of the computer. So we want to say that a computer is an electronic data processing device which accept and store data input, process the data input, it process the data, generate the output in a required format. There's something I want to say when it comes to generating data in a required format as output. You know, a computer is a machine, and it understands only zeros and one. It does not understand text. The inside of the computer, it does not understand text. That is why if the data is to be displayed, it has to be converted in a desired format. Else, we will not be able to understand what the computer is displaying to us. So generally, when we put our data as input through the keyboard, like when you are typing in your computer, you see your keyboard, you are putting data as input. When the data display in your screen, it means that is the output of the data. So that's what we have. But you know that when you type the data as input, the data goes inside the computer, is converted to the form of zeros and one before it displays to you back as output, because the computer understands only zeros and one. So that is the basics of the computer. So we are going to continue with the advantages of the computer. And what are the advantages of the computer?